Okay, so this was another day of little things. I got the mirror mounted and all bent around and made that spacer today. And while I was running the lathe, I took and cut the hex adapter off the end of this shaft so I could slide the splined one on there. And now I got to get the shaft and the steering quickener in so I can set the length. You know, I got to get in there and get the wheel where I want it, and then I can weld that splined coupler on to that piece of shafting, and then the steering shaft will be done. And I just got finished all the rivets along the front there, which somehow I had missed, and got the brake hoses on, and they all fit and look good, and they're ready to bleed the brakes now. I ain't got no fluid in it, but that's the only thing missing. So, and I made an adapter to put this El Cheapo, I don't even know who makes it, winch, tag it down to the ground over here next to the Bridgeport, like right in here. I machined up a receiver block and a plate to anchor to the floor there so that we can use the tugger to pull stuff onto the lift. In this case, stuff would be race cars, because these things don't roll real awesome on them wide-ass spongy tires, so it's imperative if I'm going to get that thing up on the lift, I'm going to have some help. And Dad is old, and I ain't a hell of a lot younger, so we're going to need mechanical advantage. I think that'll do it. So, done that. I done some other machine work today, and got this all ready to go, but it's about to the point now where I think we're going to build the nose panel, and then the hood, and the roof, and then I think probably it'll be time to take it over to the lift. I think we're going to back it up on the lift before we put the engine in, so that we can lift it up and get underneath of it a lot easier. That'll be handy, I think. So I think that's where we're headed. Making progress. Looks real good. Alright, got the nose piece done on there, bolted in place. That looks real nice. It's bolted on so it can be removed. Got the roof bent up and on there. It's not fastened to anything, it's just sitting there, but it looks real nice. Got the headrest on the seat. Got the little nubby steering shaft here measured and marked out where I want it, and I got to weld that together and trim the end off. Got the rear view mirror mounted and adjusted how I like it. That looks real good. I'm happy with that. So we're making good progress. Rolling along now. Okay, nose. Got the hood done, and it's actually on there, and the pins installed and what have you. That looks real good. The roof is still just sitting there, but it's probably the next thing it's going to get a permanent home. I think that turned out real nice. We got just a little bit of clearance over the top of the shocks on either side, thins out in the front. It fits good. We may have to, it's a little floppy in the middle. We may have to put some stiffeners on the underside, because that's a big old wide flat spot, but looks real good. Making progress. Make a bag now. Okay, got it up on jack stands because it needed to be level to set the roof in the right place, rake wise. So I got the spacers made for it, and it's bolted down. I have to get some longer bolts because the nylocks don't engage all the way, but it's on there in the right place and all that. Got the hood on, done that yesterday. Got the the little midget steering shaft here is done, painted. It's ready to go in, but I'm gonna have to have some help do that. It's just a little bit too long for my stubby little arms to reach in through the window or through the door over there, so I have to have a hand with that. But it looks good. It's done, ready to be put together. Got the other steering shaft in there. I told Greg I'd take him a picture how it goes in here. So there's the box and the U-joint there, and then it's just a straight shot up to the steering quickener, and that's just a straight coupler. And then you can just barely see the shaft stick through the firewall there. You can't see it at all like that. Let's see. Right there, you can see the end of the steering quickener, and that U-joint that I just showed you on that other steering shaft goes on there, and then that heim attaches right there to support the front end next to you. So that's how the steering shaft is done in one of these cars, and that's enough angles and what have you that if you hit real hard, it breaks something and bends it out of the way rather than jab it into your chest. So that's how that works. Also, the big thing I done today is super nice. I had the doors open in the shop all day. Thing we got done today that mattered the most was on the other side of that door, which I'm not going to open because it's got my name on the side of it, but we got the trailer out, which was in there up against the other side of the building, nose first, like the tongue was right up against the building because we'd been using it for storage for a long time, and thought it was going to be quite a fight to get it out, but actually went pretty good. We had a little bit extra help. My nephew's here visiting, and his folks, and they rendered aid while we pulled it out of there. It went real good, so making good progress now. I think probably tomorrow we're going to start on the doors and quarters. Looks good. Yep. All right. And the car don't look much different, but we got both doors and both quarters. I don't know why this thing won't focus on flat metal. It just loses it. But I got both doors and both quarter panels bent and cut out, and they're ready to go on the side of the car, but that's all I had in me for today. That's a good effort, though. Everything's done on the body now except the window posts. Got to do the sail panels and the front window posts. And then the body will be finito. We should start, well, I got to bake the spoiler too. Window posts and spoiler. And then it's got to be all, bolted on there, but we're making good progress. Looks real good.